Hi, and welcome back to Pokemon Breaks. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different and provide a year in review, in my opinion, of Pokemon TCG sets that came out in 2021. I have had such a great year. I've really enjoyed getting right into the collection community. I've made some amazing friends on Instagram and YouTube and have learned so much. So I'm excited to talk about what came out this year, some of my personal favorites, and then a few of the things that I'm stoked about for next year. I am Pokemon Breaks on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, etc. So if you would like to keep in touch and hear more from me, please think about liking, subscribing, following. I would love to be friends. So let's get into it. The first set of 2021 was Shining Fates, which released in English in February, which was based on the amazing set Shiny Star V, which released in Japan in November of 2020. Shining Fates had 72 cards in the regular set and up to 122 total when you include all of the shiny and secret rare Pokemon. It was such a fun set to collect. It was pretty hard to get your hands on at first, but later on, as there were reprints and second waves of stock, it definitely became easier to collect. I really enjoyed Shining Fates. I think it's a really fun set for anyone that is potentially new to the hobby or returning to the hobby, especially kids. And the reason is that there are so many shiny and rare Pokemon. You get so many fun Vs and VMAXs. There's lots of full arts to collect. You're not going to be disappointed if you open up a Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. There's so many fun goodies in there. You get sleeves, you get an EV promo, but then the packs are just guaranteed fun. You're going to get something that you'll love. I promise. It's a really fun set to open. My personal favorite card in Shining Fates would have to be the full art Skyla. I think she is absolutely gorgeous. I love the color palette that they've used. I think her eyes and her hair stand out so well. It's just such an incredible scene. I love the blues. It's by an artist called Kiris Aki, and it's an absolutely stunning addition to any collection. Some other honorable mentions from Shining Fates, in my personal perspective, would have to obviously be the shiny Charizard VMAX, as well as the gorgeous Galarian Ponyta Shiny. I think it looks like My Little Pony and it makes me really happy. So those are a few of my personal faves. The most expensive cards in that set to my knowledge would have to be the shiny Charizard VMAX, the gold Eternatus, and then the Skyla. So it is a really fun set. I definitely recommend it. I think it's a really good one for kids, new collectors, potentially old collectors. I really enjoyed it, and I think you will too. The second set that released in English in 2021 was Battle Styles, and it has 163 cards in the regular set, plus 20 secret rares at the end. It was based on two Japanese sets called Single Strike Master and Rapid Strike Master, which came out in January. Battle Styles is not really my personal cup of tea. Fighting Pokemon are not my favorite, so I personally did not buy a lot of Battle Styles. Some of the biggest chase cards in this set would be the alternate art Tyranitar V, so Big Sleepy Boy after a picnic. It is a pretty cool card. The other ones would be the Urshifu VMAX, Single Strike and Rapid Strike secret rares. They were very popular, quite expensive chase cards as well, but not something that I would personally be chasing to try to add to my collection. The best thing, in my opinion, about Battle Styles is that it reintroduced the concept of alternate arts to the game. And I think that is really fun. And that's a theme that we see going on with all of the ongoing sets throughout the rest of the year. Alternate art Pokemon are really fun to collect. They're very special. They have the exact same game mechanics as the regular artworks, but they tend to be much more detailed, much more intricate and interesting artworks, which is always really fun. Some of my personal favorites out of Battle Styles would have to be the incredible Mew V full art, which was by an artist called Esuke Yoshinobu. It is a beautiful artwork. I love the color palette that they've used. It reminds me a lot of the old EX cards, which is really fun. So I really enjoy that artwork a lot. I also had to pick up the Cheryl and Phoebe full art and hyper rare trainers. I think they're absolutely stunning, and I'm very happy to have them in my collection. There was no way I was going to open enough Battle Styles to find them, so I just picked them up as singles, and I'm really, really stoked to have them. One thing that is really good about Battle Styles, I guess, probably speaking to its relative popularity, is that it is a set that's quite easily accessible, even now, several months after its release. You can find it at or below retail price in a lot of places. So if you're looking to open some packs, if you're into fighting types, if you're interested in those full art trainers, I definitely have a look, because it is one that you can get your hands on, definitely. It's not super competitive to find. Chilling Reign released in June, and it has been aptly known in some circles as Chilling Pain.
I'm afraid that the condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy.
Chilling Reign was based on 3 Japanese sets called Silver Lance, Jet Black Geist, and Matchless Fighter, which all released roughly around April of 2021. Chilling Reign is the biggest set of the year so far, so there are 198 cards in the base set, and then you add on an extra 35 secret rare cards to get a total of 233 if you wanted to master set Chilling Reign. I think some of the big hitters out of this particular set would be the amazing Blaziken V alt art, which is a super colorful, very fun artwork, as well as the Shadow Calyrex V Max alt art, and the lovely sparkly gold secret rare Snorlax. Who does not want that in their collection? Those are definitely the more expensive cards out of the set. My personal favorite would by far have to be the Galarian Rapidash alternate art. I think it's absolutely stunning. It reminds me again of My Little Pony, which I think is really fun, very sweet. And it was by an artist called Sui. So I absolutely love that card. Again, that was one I just chose to pick up on the singles market because I just had to have it. Beautiful color palette. It looks like an incredible fantasy island, almost like Lisa Frank. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. One of the things that is really beautiful about Chilling Reign is many of the artworks feature snow, so it creates this beautiful icy landscape, which is quite nice if you wanted to put that all together in a binder and try to complete the set. Again, Chilling Reign is another one of those sets that if you wanted to pick it up now, you can probably buy it at or close to retail. So if you're interested in opening some packs, go for it. Similar to Battle Styles, it's another one of those sets that they've included in a lot of the Celebrations products. So if you are interested in finding some and you wanted to open Celebrations as well, many of the Celebrations boxes will also include some Chilling Reign. So it's not hard to get your hands on if you're keen for any of those particular cards. Evolving Skies was the next set that came out in August of 2021, and it was based on 3 Japanese sets, and they were Eevee Heroes, Blue Sky Stream, and Skyscraping Perfect. Evolving Skies is another really big set. So you've got 203 cards in the main set, and then an additional 35 secret rares to make it a whopping 237 card set if you wanted to master set it, which is pretty massive. I think Evolving Skies is going to be timeless, but that's probably swayed by my absolute love of evolutions, especially Sylveon. The other big pull towards Evolving Skies is all of the amazing Dragon-type Pokemon. You've got some incredible Rayquaza alternate arts, as well as a beautiful Dragonite alt art. You've got all of the incredible evolutions, and many of them have an alternate art for their V, plus or minus V Max. Some of those cards are coming out a bit later in the year. I think it's an absolutely beautiful set. It's full of bangers. There's gold cards, there's trainers. It is a really fun one to open and collect. I think that it's going to be one that will be chased later on in a few years. I think people are still going to be happy to open Evolving Skies. That's my personal opinion. The most expensive cards in this set are definitely the alternate art Rayquaza V and V Max, and then that gorgeous Sylveon V Max alt art, absolute stunner there. My personal favorite would have to be the Sylveon V alternate art. It's by an artist called Yu Nishida, and it shows Sylveon in a cake shop, serving everyone, which is just such a Sylveon thing to do, so loving and sweet. It is just a really fun set to open and collect. I would definitely recommend that again to new and veteran trainers, collectors alike. I think it is a really fun one, so definitely worth keeping your eye out for. Celebrations came out in October, and excitingly, it was celebrating the 25th anniversary of Pokemon TCG. I still remember when Pokemon came out. I've absolutely loved it ever since I was a kid. So I'm super excited to be able to celebrate the anniversary with this community. Interestingly, the 25th anniversary set from Japan came out later than Celebrations, so we were celebrating before Japan was. Celebrations in English was a really fun set because there were so many different products that came out. We got a number of different boxes that came with different promo cards. There was a figure, there was a lunchbox. There were so many different options, so it did make it really fun. One of the drawbacks, I guess, to Celebrations is it's a relatively small set. So there's only 25 cards in the regular set, and then there are 25 reprinted cards in a subset. The odds for getting a subset card are roughly 1 out of every couple of packs. So you end up getting a lot of the base set cards before you really are able to get anywhere close to collecting the full subset. So that has been one challenge. I have a lot of dupes of some of the more common subset cards, and there's quite a few that I'm still chasing. So that is a really tricky thing with Celebrations, is you end up with lots and lots of bulk. In Japan, they did the 25th anniversary release very differently. So they put the first 25 cards in the box, and then the subset cards were actually just as bonus in little promo packs, which was quite a tricky situation because many sellers, if you wanted to buy them from anywhere other than Japan, many sellers actually weren't including the promo packs or had potentially searched the promo packs. So if you wanted to, you could shine a flashlight through the promo pack to see what card it was. And I think there were a lot of situations where sellers were just holding on to the good ones and selling off the ones that were kind of cheap, which is pretty dodgy. So it was kind of a risky set, a challenging one to try to get your hands on in Japanese if you weren't really savvy. So I guess that is one thing to bear in mind. I personally think Celebrations was a really fun set, and I would definitely recommend it, particularly to kids and people that are either new to the hobby or potentially getting reintroduced to the hobby. If you collected a long time ago, it might be really exciting to get your hands on some of the cards that you had seen when you were a kid or maybe had when you were younger. So I definitely recommend it. I think it's a super fun set. My personal favorite artworks in that set would have to be the gorgeous gold Mew. I also really love the Knitting Cleffa reprint card. I think it's absolutely stunning. And the other reprint card that I really, really enjoy would have to be the Birthday Pikachu. That was one that I never got my hands on originally, so it's really nice to get this beautiful reprint of it. It's super sweet. It's very cute. I think the confetti holo they've done in all these reprints is really fun, very reminiscent, and I absolutely love it. So it is a fun set to collect. The most expensive cards in that set are definitely the Charizard, the Umbreon Gold Star, and the Gold Mew, which I guess seems really obvious, and they are all pretty tough pulls, unfortunately. The final set, in English at least, of 2021 was Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike was based primarily on a Japanese set called Fusion Arts, but it also included a number of other cards from different family packs, Japanese promos, battle kits, and things that we hadn't yet had released in English. So it was kind of like a mop-up set to include a lot of stuff that we hadn't gotten yet. And it resulted in a absolutely gargantuan set number. In Fusion Strike, there are actually 264 cards in the base set, plus 20 secret rares, making it 284 cards if you wanted to complete the master set, which is massive. I think that's turned a lot of people off. A lot of people have realized that it's going to be too hard to finish it. The pull rates can be really challenging. So I think there's a lot of people that are not super excited about Fusion Strike, which is fair enough. It's something that I actually really enjoy. So I really like the set art in Fusion Strike. I think the common cards are some of my absolute favorite artworks that I've seen. I go on and on about the Chansey in that set, but I can't get over it. It's just the sweetest thing. My other absolute favorite artwork in that set would have to be the Mew V alternate art. That was by an artist called Naoki Saito, who does some incredible things, and I just think it's the sweetest artwork. There's so many different Pokemon. I think Mew's expression is just absolutely adorable, so I think it is a really fun set. Some of the more expensive cards would have to be the Gengar VMAX alternate art, which is quite a funny one. He looks like he's just vacuuming up Christmas almost. The Espeon VMAX alternate art, which was originally in Japanese a promo in the EV Heroes gym box. And the third most expensive card is the Mew VMAX Hyper Rare, which is super sweet, a very cute artwork indeed. Personally, I think Fusion Strike is a really fun set. I really enjoy it. I love collecting it. I think the art is great. I'm excited to open more products. I'm especially excited to open an Elite Trainer box. I can't get over the beautiful colors in the box and the sleeves. I think it's going to be really sweet. But I do understand why it's not been a super popular set among a lot of people. I think that's fair enough as well. The final set released in Japan in 2021 was VMAX Climax, which if you've watched any of my other videos, I am very passionate about. VMAX Climax is another absolutely enormous set. There are 185 cards in the base set, plus an extra 100 secret rare or ultra rare cards on top of that. VMAX Climax has reintroduced the character rare, so CHR cards, and added another level of rarity, which is the character super rare or CSR. I am absolutely loving opening VMAX Climax. I cannot get enough of it. There's a few cards I'm definitely still chasing, but my favorite pull so far would have to be the gorgeous gold Mew secret rare. My absolute favorite artwork in the set has to be the Sylveon V CSR shown with Valerie. I think it's such a sweet moment. I cannot get over how beautiful Valerie's eyes are. I think the soft color palette and the bond between them is just absolutely stunning. I was so grateful to pull that in my first box of VMAX Climax, and you would think that chasing the one card you really want would make you not as excited to open boxes, but it's actually just spurred the addiction more. I am absolutely loving this set. I can't wait to open more. The next sets coming out in 2022 are going to be Starbirth, which releases early in the year in Japan, and that is going to be introducing the V-Star mechanic, which is when we say goodbye to V-Maxes. I think this is going to be really fun and really interesting. It's time for a change, so I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to see how it goes as far as playability, but I think the artworks look pretty cool, so we'll see how we go. The next set that's going to be released and is coming out in February in English is going to be Brilliant Stars, and that's going to include Starbirth as well as some of the cards from VMAX Climax. So I'm really excited that we're going to see some of these character rares and character secret rares coming into English. I'll be really excited to see when we get full set lists and know exactly what we're getting in Brilliant Stars, because I think it will be really fun. Thank you so much for watching. Those were my highlights from 2021. I would love it if you left me a comment and let me know what some of your favorites are and what you're looking forward to next year. If you'd like to keep in touch with me, again, I'm Pokemon Breaks on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch, and I would love to be friends, so please feel free to reach out. I would absolutely love it if you subscribe to the channel and liked the video if you haven't already. It means a lot and really helps me out. Until next time, I'll let you go, but I hope you have an amazing new year. I wish you all the best for 2022. Good luck with your polls, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.